So if I get that, so the guy will. Guys, what I'm trying to do is wonder how loud I can get this early in the morning before I go to the gym. I'm gonna talk about searching for your own sound, for your own fingerprint, so people will understand that's you. Going with this song, Annie. So let me see. I'm missing something. I'm missing something there. I'm missing something right there. I like that. Okay. Now we're getting in our bag. Now we're getting in our bag. Searching for your own sound. I have to hit the web up. I have to hit the web up because I don't understand yet how to play in specific modes. And I'm quite sure, guys, if you are much greater than me, which you are, you're gonna help me with that. I got my C4 before I go to the gym. Who we got in the house, man? We got Melinda Samber. How you doing? Talking about searching for your own sound. We got a basic song called Tomorrow. If you guys are coming to the chat, man, it's early in the morning. This is you guys, if you're musicians, you know this is when we get down. So I can go here. I'm thinking, let me bring it up a little bit so you guys can hear it just a little bit more. Now this is how it's printed. The song called Tomorrow from Andy. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. Do I even know the song enough yet to take it there? So I'm doing some research on some modes. I don't know properly how to use the modes yet. Of course we know there's scales, but you got your And I need to. I'm surprised I don't have a book on that. I'll go to the music store today and get a see if the classical store to see if they got a book on modes. Now I like that one. And keep this in mind if I'm going to cement it, it's got to be the same way all the time. So as the topic applies, or if you come into the room, how do you guys search for your own creativity in music? So I wanna kind I think I'll strum it like that. Nah, nah, nah. Ah. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing with the song tomorrow. If you guys look at the sheet music, we're gonna hold the song in the lower register, and I know I need to play it in that so I can learn it, but I can hear it higher here. So if I could, so I kind of go with the. Do I like that one? I think I even played. I think that's wrong. So let me try it again. Yes, I know I need to read the music, but again, this is called I'm searching for my own creativity within a piece. I haven't tried a song called Tomorrow. Whoever remembers that song? Let me see. See if I can pull up this prompt that expired. You guys are coming to the room. Let me know where you're from. Drop a hello. Hit the like button, subscribe, share, do all those nice things. Probably gonna be on here for another 10 minutes or so. Let me see. Tomorrow, let me see. Okay, I think I got it now. So we got the. So I wasn't gonna throw that one in there. let me go a little bit higher so I can have some room. I need to listen to it just a little bit more. I was trying to throw that in that song. That song Tomorrow by the Winans didn't work. Didn't work for some reason. So again, searching for my own creativity in this piece, I had to explore something that I quite don't understand. I'm gonna throw that out there as a disclaimer. Quite don't understand it yet. So once I get a full understanding, and I'll get a book on a mode. So let me see. Let me see. Let's keep it original first. Let me see. No, no, no. No, no, no. So maybe I should start arpeggiating. Let me see. So. So let me see if I could try to hop it. Let me see if I can keep it. So let me see again. And remember, guys, I'm deviating. I'm deviating clear from the plan. When I look back on people that have made their mark in music. When I look back on folks that have made their niche in music, I think of guys, name and blame. I'm gonna name some artists that I like. Rodney Jerkins, not Rodney Jerkins. Dark Child. Dark Child, he's pretty cool. But I really like Brian Alexander Morgan. I look at guys like Teddy Pendergrass. I look at trailblazers such as Prince, even dancers like Michael Jackson. It's like, okay, what, and a lot of times, when Michael Jackson was doing his early dance moves, those were James Brown moves. Quite frankly, they were James Brown moves. But what Michael, the moonwalk, somebody had to teach Michael how to moonwalk. So how did Michael Jackson take a dance? Yes, I'm wiping off my keyboard with my shirt. How did Michael Jackson take a dance that was already being done, and he literally became the face of the moonwalk? How did he do that? When I look at musicians and artists, how am I going to take a song like this, and how am I going to make that song? Got my towel now. How am I going to make that song mine? If you look at even artists such as the late D'Angelo, these guys were iconic for having a style of their own where you knew it was them. It was them. And yeah, they might have taken bits and pieces from they might have taken bits and pieces from other artists, but they still made it theirs. Now Prince was on a whole different level. Carrie Williamson. Good morning, Mrs. Williamson or Miss Williamson. But when we start talking about music and creativity, how do we take a song? Sorry, it's wiping it down. How do we take a song such as Human Nature? And we all know that Steve Porcaro from Toto made that song. He made that song. Michael Jackson still became the face of Human Nature. How is that possible? We got Alex and Eureka. I'm doing good. How you doing? Talking about finding your own creativity. And is anything original? That's debatable. But there's a lot of things that we can do. See, I just made that song mine. Mine is singing. Okay. Okay, so you express yourself through singing. Um, do you have any songs that you like to sing in particular? Or matter of fact, are you a singer songwriter at the same time? I wish I could sing. I could sing up here, but it doesn't translate to here well. And like people have caught me singing. I can sing enough to write. Original creativity, where does it come from? Ah, that's a good question. I think it comes from here, here and here. And it also comes from not wanting to it comes from wanting to go off the beaten path. I can do this all day. Song is written like this. Okay, I threw that in. Threw that in, but I still want to do something else with this song. Look up if you guys are there. I sing from my heart, not a singer, but I write music. Okay. Okay. Man, I came up with some pretty dope lyrics yesterday off of inspiration, and I forgot it. I should have just pulled over and wrote it down because I like to write music as well. Um, it comes from the heart. It comes from wanting to search and become your own. Again, like I mentioned Michael Jackson, how he took the iconic moonwalk and he became the face of moonwalk. Even if we take a player like Michael Jordan, I don't care how people talk about LeBron James, blah blah blah. He's the Jordan of these kids today. Michael Jordan became the face of basketball. They even have a song called like Mike, I want to be like Mike. So whether we're talking about sports, whether we're talking about music, whether we're talking about singing, how do we actually dive in and make something our own interpretation? And how do we be great at it? That's one of the reasons why, if you listen to that right there was something that I said, well, let me change the intro to this song. That was a song called What You Won't Do for Love by Bobby Caldwell. So what I had to do was I had to listen to the original. I had to listen to the horns. Those horns come in with the how did I do it? Throw a gospel step down in there. But every now and then I'm working on it's almost like the definition of insanity. is almost like the definition of insanity, where I'm not satisfied with that song being that song. And yeah, I like to put some words to a piece of paper and sing it as well. But as far as developing my own sound, an artist respects the silence that serves as the foundations or creativity. That one dude that walked Bobby Dylan out on stage. Who are you? Who are you? Okay. It says, let me see. An artist respects the silence that serves as the foundation or creativity. Yeah, hold on. I'm taking notes, man. I'm taking notes. And when you talk about an artist respects the silence that serves as the foundations of creativity. Man, what time is it out there? In Vegas, it's 3:28 a.m. Is there any wonder that when we are up early in the morning, it's got to deal with that silence that you're talking about? That's my interpretation of what you're saying. It's like, yeah. Let me see. Bob Dylan. Thank you, by the way, for referring me to Bob Dylan. I there's a lot of artists that I haven't heard of, and again, that's the reason why I like this channel, because you guys put me on to new music, to old music. Can't play it too much because then I get a strike. But I won't get a strike, but you know how YouTube does. But yeah, when we talk about searching for our own creativity, destroy. You mentioned silence. There's a lot of times where I have this camera on for the sake of the music community, or for the sake of just whoever's listening. But there's a lot of times where I find a lot of man, I found that in silence. I found that in silence right there, trying to figure out what can I do with it. And at the same time, and then it takes for me also digging into the background of these artists, digging into, like, I'm gonna listen to Bob Dylan while I'm at the gym. Thank you again. I'm gonna listen, and a lot of times it's just listening. What made this person this way. I like listening to a lot of James Taylor. I like listening to a lot of I listen to all genres of music. But I especially enjoy the music of, I would say, this late 70s going all the way up until, I would say, about early 2000s. All genres. I'm not just gonna say R&B, or so I like there's a certain time in history that something was going on in those 3 decades. There's a certain time where we saw a great transition of music, and a lot of great music was written from the heart. We have a lot of unspoken. If you listen to Drew Hill, and you listen to their music, and you listen to the arrangements, it's like, who did that, and what the heck were they thinking of? That was pretty dope right there. So I'm gonna finish this C4 up. I'm a 48-year-old man. I got my blood test results back. I'm healthy as an ox, except for my sugar levels in my cholesterol. And I'm like, how's this even possible? But guys, thank you, sir. Thank you, Destroy. I'm gonna check out your page, man. Um, Search for your own, and it's like when I'm working with my student on classical. Sorry, keep turning this down. When I work on with him on, I'm working with him early on, well, how can we do that song differently? I'm sorry, go to the part. I'm working with him right now on what else can we do with that song? What else can we do? And Chick Corea, the late great Chick Corea was what he gave an example on how you could play Happy Birthday in different tempos and in different styles. I probably want to do something on how to play it in a different mode. It's. See how I dropped it with that almost it is a minor connotation, a minor sound. You just did a whole different turnaround. So just trying to find your different sound, trying to almost music to some, if not most. If once you get there, it becomes like a fingertip where I can literally, when I keep referencing this guy by the name of John Ogletree, when I hear him playing on the piano, I know that's him. When you hear Ray Charles playing, you know it's him. When you hear, it's the only pianist that Ray Charles signed. What is his name? Write this. Do me a favor. Look that up. Look that up. Ellis Hall. When you hear Ellis Hall, even though Ellis Hall is the only player that Ray Charles signed, you can tell there's a distinct difference in their playing. When you hear Stevie Wonder playing versus who was the guy who was the pianist that played for Michael Jackson? What was his name? Greg Fillinganes. When Stevie Wonder heard Greg Fillinganes play, and mind you, Craig Fillingane's been messing around with the keys since he was 2 years old. And when he got to 4 years old, his parents elevated him. Side note, if you have a child out there, they're around 2 years old and they got a keyboard at home, get them to learn it right there and then. I'm quite sure you're going to birth a prodigy. Um, that's a different topic of conversation. I'm going sideways. Are prodigies born or are they created? I believe it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of the mentality, the genetics, and what's surrounding the child. As you see, I have a room full of instruments. So if I had a child, he anyway. But Greg Fillinganes plays so well. Stevie thought it was him, but we all know that Greg Fillinganes has his own sound. So guys, I got about a minute left on this live. Like, subscribe, support the channel. We're trying to get to a certain number, 5,000, so I can do some amazing things. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep growing. I don't do a lot of playing here because I do my playing with the cameras off. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I do a lot of playing with the cameras off, but I do this channel so I can get just a community, a supportive community. I'm going to shout a name out, one of my inspirations, in case you guys want to see him, Corey the Skilled Musician. I always believe in pointing you to the guys much greater than I. And he has his lives on Wednesdays. Support his channel as well. But guys, take this with you today. Thank you for the subscription and peace.